Hey guys, this is Keith with KJ Aquatics. I will tell you, I already opened this box, but I didn't really look around in it yet. I had to grab a few things out because my buddy Tommy pre-ordered some stuff, and he met me at the airport and we dug through it and got it out. Got a bunch of driftwood and he got some Anubius, so we had to get it what he special ordered out of the box. But honestly, I didn't really look at what's in there. You see the driftwood on top, because his driftwood and my driftwood flew together and in a separate box. But he ordered a bunch. But anyways, these are the small pieces of spiderwood I've been getting. I ordered these as small. All right, so wood is natural. You don't know what you're gonna get. So some are bigger than others. Nice piece here. In here we also have a bunch. I mean a bunch. I bet you I got close to, I don't know, 500, 600 pounds of medium size, which is much bigger than this, with slate attached. So you'll have a nice big piece with a piece of slate screwed to it with stainless steel screws. Allows for easy placement. So we do have wood. I don't have any stone right now, but I have plenty of wood, spider wood, mopani. All right, just message me if you're interested in that. Enough on that. We're gonna go ahead and get right into the box. Again, I didn't really look at what the plants look like. I dug through, they're all labeled, so I dug through and grabbed my buddy's stuff out and gave it to him. And here we go. So I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can read. Once you get old, your eyesight goes away. Anyways, first one, Cryptocurrene Wenti Brown. These are not large plants, these are medium. But nevertheless, very nice. If you guys been following me at all, you see that I get these commonly. This is one of my favorite crypts. Nice dark green with a brownish stem, right? Cryptocrene Brown, I'm sorry. Next up, Madagascar Lace. All right, these are smaller plants, so you know the bulb is viable. So I'm not selling these as a bulb, I'm selling them as a small plant. But if you do a web search on Madagascar Lace, you know that these plants get very big. And when you buy them as a small plant, you know that the bulb's already viable. So these will be listed as Madagascar Lace small. All right, very nice. Next up is Cryptocrene Lucens. I love these guys. I'm gonna pot these up. So these are gonna be sold potted. All right. So when you see them listed on my list, they'll be potted, not individual. If you want to buy just an individual plant and save a little bit of money, just message me. I'll work with you. Cryptocrene Lucens. Very nice plant. I had a bunch of call for these last week and I was out. Very popular. I usually have it in stock. Plants go in spurts, man. I'll have a certain species of plants for weeks, and then all of a sudden everybody wants that, and then I sell out. But these are Brazilian Pennywort. All right, just let this float around in your tank. You're gonna get a lily-like leaf that floats on the surface. These provide good fry cover if you're into breeding fish. They smell fantastic, and they're actually edible too. So I'm not going to show you how to eat it. If you want to get some salad dressing and put on there, go for it. But they do eat these plants, right? Next up is Amazon swords. There must be a shortage on these because I keep ordering a lot more than what they're sending me. I ordered a dozen of these and they sent me 6. Amazon swords. I probably have one of the best prices online, and I know I have probably the best price local on these. I'm selling these right now for $2.75 each. That's a nice plant for $2.75. Amazon sword. Okay. I do got a lot of plants in here, so let me try to go a little bit quicker. Kleiner bar swords. One of my favorite swords. Not my favorite. My favorite is the Red Reuben, which for whatever reason is hard to get. But probably my second favorite is the Kleiner bar. You get a nice red looking stem in there. Beautiful looking leaf. As with most sword plants, they're relatively easy. They're heavy root feeders, so I suggest that you focus on the roots with your fertilizer. So root tabs, they'll do best. You can grow these in regular gravel. You don't need specialized soil like everybody talks about on social media. Said, oh, you need to grow them in dirt. That's bull caca. You can grow these in gravel, and you put a good root tab. We sell Thrive, and I'll only recommend Thrive fertilizers because they're the best. I'm not going to recommend anything inferior. So Thrive root caps will do these just fine. Anubius. These, I just ordered these as assorted Anubius, and you're gonna get what you get if you ordered a small Anubius. I know this one is lanceolata. Some of these are so similar that they're hard to tell. This one I think is Nanji. All right. So if you want something specific, you could ask me and I'll try to do my best. If I don't have it, I don't have it. Like again, I order these as assorted species. So that one's Afzelli. And if I'm butchering the names, sorry. My Latin ain't good. Next up is a Cryptocrene Balance. Crypt Balance. These are killer. Trying to be gentle and not. You don't want to be a kid like on Christmas morning and just start ripping and tearing. Crypt Balance. These are very nice too. I just sold most of the ones that I got in last week. So this is just a restock, as are most. Crypt Balance. These grow tall, great, depending on your tank size. Small tanks, great. Background tank, a very large tank, back to mid. Definitely not a foreground plant. All right. Cryptocrene Balance. Java Fern mats. These have proven to be very popular. Our price is very competitive. That's a lot of Java Fern. You could ask around on Facebook as far as the amount of Java Fern you get on a mat and for the price that you pay. I sell these for $14.99. Is it the best price? I don't know. Is it a good price? Hell yeah, it is. Because a lot of times when you buy just Java Fern, you'll get one plant and spend minimum of $3. There's more than 10 plants on this mat. So you do the math. At $14.99, that is a great price. Right? Java Fern mats. I don't have a lot. I only got 5 of these, so get them while you can. We're always first come, first serve, so don't wait till the end of the week to order plants if you really want something. I have people do that all the time and then they get upset that I'm sold out. I apologize. I try to accommodate everybody, but sometimes I can't. Next up, very popular plant. These things get huge. You could ask my buddy Michael Skernick how he likes them. He's not a plant guy, but he really loves these plants. This is the Pontegetten Ovatius. This plant will get huge. It will get huge fast. If you're not a plant person, these might change your mind, and once you grow these, you'll be happy because you can grow something. A Pontegetten Ovatius. I don't suggest putting these in anything smaller than you're cutting it close if you put these in a 20 tall, but I don't suggest you put these in anything smaller than a 55 because they're going to take over the tank. They get really big and they get big fast. So a Pontegetten Ovatius, great plant. I love these plants. Water onions. As long as they're available, I will have these on our stock list because I really like them. It's a grass type plant, easy to grow. It looks like a scallion is what it looks like. You got the onion type root base. If you buy these, I don't suggest just buying one. I suggest buying multiples so it fans out and you get a nice look. Alright, I sell these pretty cheap, $1.45 each. It's a pretty good price. Water onions. Next up is Dwarf Red Stem Parrot. I grow this plant floating. I've tried to grow it submerged myself and I haven't had luck with it, but just drop a bunch of this, a bunch meaning not like a whole lot, a bunch is like what you see right here. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is 6 stems equals one bunch. Drop a bunch of this in your tank and just let it do its own thing on the surface and you'll get a very cool looking plant that grows above the surface, grows towards the light. Excuse me. Looks really cool. Very delicate looking, but it's actually easy to grow. And it gets the name from red stem because you can see the stem color. Right? Dwarf Red Stem Parrot. Oh man, these are big. Cryptocurrene Ponchardifolia. My buddy Sherry likes these. They look more like a sword plant versus a crypt, but they definitely are a crypt. These are very big. I usually don't get them this big. I don't know what else to tell you about them, except they're a crypt, meaning they're fairly easy to grow, low to medium light, easy plant. And as big as these are, depending on your tank size, you could, in a small tank, 5-10 gallon, you can grow them in the back. 20 gallon tall, mid-ground, 55 mid-ground. A really big tank, you could put them in the front to mid. Again, Cryptocurrene Ponchardifolia. Very cool looking plant. And I'm impressed with the size. I got a lot of plants in this box, guys. A lot more than I got last week, I can tell you that. There's another bag of Crypt Lucens. I must have put it on my list twice, which is okay. I'm not worried about it because it's a common stock plant. I already talked about it earlier. Crypt Lucens. I'm gonna pot these. So when I pot plants that come from the nursery, it's a minimum of 3 plants. So that's what you're going to get in a potted plant, right? Crypt Lucens. Love these guys. Cryptocurrene Retrospiralis. This one has proven to be not as common as it used to be. On my availability list from my nursery, it wasn't available, I bet you, for almost a year. And now it's been intermittent. So when I see it available, I get it. These will get much bigger. It looks similar to the Balance. The leaf's a little bit more narrow, but you get that crinkle leaf like a Balance. Very cool looking plant. Has a bronze colored leaf. I love these guys. Crypt Retrospiralis. Next up is a Pontegetten Capironi. This is another one you don't see very often. That has a nice look to the leaf there. These are all small plants, so they're juvenile, so you're not going to get the full effect of what the leaf looks like. But this one here, you can see how the leaf has that spiral wrinkle to it. These plants will get very big. Not as fast growing as the Alvaceous, but this is probably my favorite of Pontegetten. Just how, based on the leaf shape, what it looks like. So a Pontegetten Capironi. I say a lot, so I apologize for that. Banana plants. Banana. Very popular plant. Love these guys. These are a little bit smaller than what I expected. So I'll actually list these at a little bit cheaper price than my other ones. They usually charge $2.95. But the nursery kind of forgot what medium was versus small. So I'll have two sizes listed. I'll have medium. I'll have the regular one, and then I'll have small listed. So I'll list these at a little bit different price. So jump on these. They'll grow. They're gonna get big. Don't worry about that. Just kind of disappointed in the size because I paid the same, so I gotta pass on the discount and take a hit in the pocket. But so be it. Banana plants. Very cool. Been around in the hobby. This is probably one of the first plants I can remember in the hobby. I've been in the hobby for a few years. Tiger Lotus. Again, if you guys follow me at all, watch my videos, see what we got in stock, you should know what a Tiger Lotus looks like. It doesn't look like this poop ball. This plant will turn into, and what I'm going to show you is a small plant. This plant will turn into this. So this dookie-doo is going to turn in this beautiful looking Tiger Lotus. And again, this plant right here is pretty small. It's going to get very big. I buy these as bulbs. You could buy them as a bulb off of me, or just wait a little bit and make sure that you get a viable bulb, because sometimes these are duds. Just, it goes with the, here's what it is, it goes with the business. So all right, now everybody been freaking on zebra mussels recently as it pertains to moss balls. I could tell you our moss balls come from a totally different source than all the stories you see on Facebook. There's no zebra mussels in here. Okay? A lot of people start freaking out and say, oh, you get people saying ban moss balls. You know what? Zebra mussel's been around for a long time. It's the one source, and it's the one source providing the one big box store. All right? I'm just showing you right now. that don't have zebra mussels. These all came from a different source. We're looking at them together. I ain't gonna pull the whole bag because that's 4 out of 12 right there. We're good. Right? So I have moss balls that are not contaminated with zebra mussels. All right. All right. Oh man, I got a lot of stuff here. Special order Hornwort. I do stock this, but I only stock it in the spring and the summer. I don't normally stock it in the colder months because I don't have room for it. So this right here, Hornwort, is a special order. If you want a special order plants, I'm more than happy to accommodate you. Sometimes there is a minimum on what you have to order. So with this in particular, since I don't normally stock it in my fish room, you have to order 12 bunches. All right, it's very inexpensive. If you contact me, we'll work on a special price. So this guy's he's probably getting this bag of Hornwort for what he would pay for 2 to maybe 3 bunches at another retailer or local fish store. All right. With that, we're going on to Moneywort. Moneywort is a very easy plant. It's a stem plant. You can grow this submerged or you can grow it immersed. Either way. When it grows immersed, sometimes this will flower and you get a nice little, very pretty little white flower. Cool looking. Moneywort, the scientific name is Bacopa numenera. We usually stock it, so it's a good seller, but it's not a hot seller, so I usually have it. These, I don't buy a lot of them because they're kind of expensive, but I really like them. I like them. If you like growing bamboo out of the top of your tank, you'll love growing red mangrove. Alright, where the red comes from, honestly, I don't know. Maybe in the top part of the stem, you get a little bit color, a little reddish color other than green. But these are the mangrove plant. These are sustainably grown. They're not harvested in the wild, which is actually illegal. So these are nursery grown. Red mangrove plant. You can grow these, stick them in the back of your HOB, or just in a cup clipped to the back of your aquarium. Red mangrove, easy plant. You can just stick it in the back and forget it. That's just nothing. Alright, last in the box are some potted plants, so let's see what I got. I actually forgot what I got. Looks like I got a bunch of pearlweed. Are these all pearlweed? They are. Alright, so if you want pearlweed, message me. I had a bunch of people last week I had to turn down. Pearlweed is, if you heard me say it before, you're going to hear me say it again. Pearlweed is a very versatile plant. It needs medium light, so you can't really grow it in low light. But you can float this. You can plant it in the substrate, keep it trimmed, and it's gonna fan out, so it'll carpet. Or you could just plant it in the substrate and just let it do its thing, and it's gonna grow tall and bushy. So very versatile. Grow it 3 different ways, and however you like. So it'll adapt to what you want it to in order to fit your aquascape. Pearlweed. Alright. Float it, let it grow crazy, keep it trimmed, and let it fan out and carpet. Alright. Anyways, with that, that's what I got. I think I kept it kind of short. Got a pretty good amount of plants this week. anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll check you out next week. Depending on how business goes halfway decent, I'm able to sell this stuff, I turn right around, put that money back. I don't make a lot of money, so I just take what I make, put it back, buy more stock, and I have fun doing it, and I enjoy doing what I do. So peace, see you guys next week.